We're joined by State Representative Gene Reynolds, Gene Reynolds of Minden. Good morning to you, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning. How are things up there in Minden, Louisiana today in that area?
We're doing good. You're already in Baton Rouge, getting ready for the session?
I came down I have a beach house in Cameron Parish, and it need to be power washed and repaired. So I'm doing that because I know I won't be here for the next 4 or 5 months. So.
Gotcha. You've authored a bill with regard to TOPS and changing the requirements. Explain what your bill does first.
Okay. What the bill is proposed to do at this point in the original form is raise for the incoming freshmen this next year, raise the minimum GPA to be able to get TOPS. Is the TOPS, not the TOPS tech, but the TOPS at 3.0. Then on page 5, if you look at the last paragraph, it says on the old bill that on the old rules regulations that you had to immediately after you graduate from high school to enroll, and then your enrollment has to be continuous to keep TOPS. Well, my bill allows you up to 5 years. You can apply up to 5 years after you graduated, or you can go to school and you can get an exception if you're in good standing for the next few years. Gives kids an opportunity to maybe go to work a little while and then come back and get their education. And the reason for that is when you look at the national stats, we're 49th on the scale of people who have college degrees. So it makes sense to do that. And the university president and the heart doctor, Philip Rosen, we were talking the other day about it, you know, the fastest growing age group for college students is 23 to 26. So I'm trying to find a way that we can allow kids that don't know what they want to do to have this scholarship that they've earned at a later date. So that's the main thrust of my bill. The 3.0 is something that we've been trying to do for years. Franklin Foyle has a bill. I'll probably get with Franklin on that, and we'll probably maybe merge those two. But the last paragraph on page 5 is really what I'm very much interested in.
Gene, pardon me, I don't have page 5 in front of me. So in your opinion, does your bill make TOPS requirements more or less stringent? Because I thought I heard a little of both.
More, absolutely.
Okay, so pardon me a second. If we are right now 49th in the nation in educating our kids collegiately with standards that are less stringent, how is making them more stringent going to educate more kids?
I'm an old teacher. I taught science for a long time when I was a principal and all the time. Now, you're talking about a 2.5 in high school. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. 3.0, you got some skin in the game. The idea is if you want people to graduate, you don't send people that can't possibly manage it. You know, we have remedial courses now for a lot of our students that go in there. You got to take remedial courses to be in college. I don't know if you need to be there or not. You know, TOPS Tech and other careers. So if our goal is to get more college educated people in our population, then what you do is you make sure the ones that go in there have the abilities and the skills to pass, number one, and number two, they have the ability to stretch it out over 5 years to be able to, you know, find what they want to do, get their feet on the ground, and graduate.
Gene, let me ask you this:
my thinking.
If somebody goes down there and they just use tequila TOPS money and they flunk out and they don't care, they have the money, so they're just going to go and have some fun. Can we put something in place that you got to pay us the money back? You wasted our money.
There have been so many bills that I've been down there about TOPS, but they all fail. But now with the difficulty of funding TOPS, I think everybody's looking for ways, including that, ways to try to streamline so that our TOPS money, the money that we spend, if we're going to fund this thing full force, which I want to do, then we need to make our money count. And so I think you're going to see maybe 2 or 3 other bills this year that's going to go for stuff like that, or maybe staying in, if you graduate, staying in the state for longer. I think there's a senator that has one of those. So my bill is not the only one, but I think with it all, I think we'll make some progress this year with stricter requirements. Now, it's going to be some pushback with kids, you know, that say that, you know, kids that are in poverty can't make it. Well, the smartest kid I ever taught in my life, who was brilliant, was a kid that lived in the projects over in Minden, and he was, I was teaching junior high at the time. He knew everything the junior high books had and the high school books had, so we had to find him a special research project. So from my experience, if you ask kids to give you more, they will.
Is your bill going to return the percentage of tuition paid to previous levels, or will it keep it at the cuts?
No, it won't go to the previous level. Keep it where the cuts are right now. However, I'm looking, we're right now we're going at 70%. However, I'm trying my best I'm going to work with Cam and Henry, some other ones, see if we can find some renewable funds that we don't have to go every year down there and try to address this TOPS issue, because it is very popular. And some people say that, well, only rich people use it. And, and I know there's a lot of affluent people that probably use it, but the contract's not with the parents, the contract's with the kid. So the kid, when he gets out of high school, is basically, starting out on their own. So we want our kids to go to school. They go to school, and then they leave. Then they come back, and they have all these big bills to pay. Thousands of dollars in the hole. So if we can somehow systematically address all these issues, I think we'll get to a better place than 49th in the nation.